Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the 757 Renaissance Man podcast. I am your host, Sean Connors, and today we're going to have an interesting conversation. We're here with my man, Rothstein Beatz. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
I am awesome. Hopefully, we're done with the little rainy season and get outside after we do this.
Yes, sir.
So what's up, man? You are a music producer. And before we get going, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's play a little bit of this track.
Hello.
This is 24 Hours. Let's let this rock for a second.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have your headphones in, you need to put them in. Here we go. I almost want to say, if you're not rolling in something that got some 12s in it, you might need to leave this beat alone.
Yeah, your speaker might bust.
I hope y'all got y'all good headphones in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we just need a proper introduction.
That's it, man. Hello.
So what was your motivation behind this beat?
Man, I called it 24 hours because the beat make you feel like you only got 24 hours left to live. Like, it's like you got to make something happen. Like, what you gonna do with your last 24 hours? So that's why that hard bass come in, that the strings bring you that energy. Like, you got to hurry up. So once I got that, I got that rolling, and that 808 start coming in, I was like, come on,
Yeah, I'm old school. I like bass.
Yeah.
And being part of the South, it gotta have some knock to it.
It touches spirit. It gets you on the inside. You know what I'm saying? That vibrations, as melanated people, vibrations is what we live off of. So, that 808 hits us.
Yeah, bruh. That was dope. Okay.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we had to give you a proper introduction so people know what we was messing around with, what we was talking about. So they can see we weren't playing.
Hey, man, that's what we got to let them know. We not playing out here, Sean. We ain't playing with them.
So I want to talk about how you are a 757 Renaissance man that frequents Vegas.
Yes, sir.
But gets called back to the 757.
Well, as you see my shirt, I went from LV to VA and back. So I need a VA to LV shirt because I've been out here so long, man. You know what I mean? But what happened was I did go to Norfolk State University, behold the green and gold.
Hold on.
Yeah, all right.
If you speak them up, they will show up.
Hello. You better behold.
All right, I had to do that.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. Shout out to the Spartan Legion. Shout out to the Legion, the baddest band in the land. You already know what time it is. Shout out, salute to Norfolk State. Went to Norfolk State. I had a great time there. Met some amazing people. But that's where I picked up my love for producing even more. One of my college roommates, he was making beats on a Sony PlayStation 1 called Music Generator. So once we was doing that, we was making beats all day, every day. And so people started here around campus that these dudes on a PlayStation was making these beats. And so, you know, I used to charge people $5 to come in my room just to listen to my beats. And they could not believe it. Yeah, they couldn't, because they couldn't believe it. I said, well, you got to pay. They're like, nah, man. I was like, give me $5. And they're like, all right. So they came in. I chop up a beat right there. It had like a 10-second sampler on there, so I'd be able to chop drums. I'll chop up samples, and that's how it started for me. And then my speech teacher actually put me in a music production class that Chad Hugo Cousin was teaching, and then, you know, from the rest, you know, the history from there, I got the bug, and I ain't looked back since.
Nice. That's awesome that it started out in Norfolk State too. Yeah. So okay, let me ask you this, since I always have a special interest when I talk to people who went to a HBCU. How do you think that shaped your life afterwards, just having that experience?
Man, I think going to, like, I went to school that was diverse before, and then going to a school that's just nothing but, you know, your people. Yeah. It teaches you a lot about, you know, like how to handle conflict with each other, you know, building brotherhood with each other. So I don't think I would have been able to have such strong bonds I got with the guys that I'm tied in with now from college if we kind of went to, you know, like a diverse school. So it's kind of like you just form brotherhoods, sisterhoods with, you know, all kinds of people from all over. You know, I got New York friends, I got, you know, Philly friends. So, you know, and so whenever you go to that city or state, you know you got somebody you can call on. So I think that's the biggest takeaway, is just having friends in different places and other Black people that you can tap in, and that's doing big things as well. So it's just your network. Just create a dope network being at a HBCU.
Yeah, we're going to talk about networking a little bit later on. So, okay, how did you go from Virginia to Vegas the first time?
Well, my mother actually was in Vegas, but she got sick. She had got diagnosed with breast cancer. So that was what initially left. I left Virginia to go back to be with her. But before I left, my college sweetheart, I didn't know before I left that she had got pregnant. And so I ended up getting a call when I was back in Vegas, and, you know, she's talking about she pregnant and all that. But, you know, I was gone. So I'm like, you know, you ain't about to hit me with that. You know what I mean? But you know, being true as it was, I took the test. It was the father. So I had to make a decision. So I stayed out there. My mother actually ended up passing. And so after that, I decided to come back to it. I appreciate you, man. I decided to move back to Virginia and then be a father, which was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah. See, okay, I'm glad you said that. So, you know, okay, let's start out like this. What was the main difference between living in Virginia versus living in Vegas?
You said the main difference?
Yeah.
Just the entertainment. You can just look at it. The bright lights, the entertainment, the shows, the 24-hour gambler, 24-hour drink. Like, whatever you want to do, you could do. You know what I mean? Which could be a good or bad thing. You know what I mean? So coming to Virginia actually slowed all that nightlife down. And, like, I used to go Monday through Sunday, we would go out. Like, you can go to a club, you can go somewhere and do something. So coming to Virginia actually slowed me down. I was actually able to get some rest. I was actually, you know what I mean? I was actually able not to do some wild stuff that you can do in Las Vegas, you know what I mean, coming out here. So I think Virginia really got me focused on, you know, my business, about my life, about being a father, you know. So it really kind of just grounded me coming here. And that's why I think I stayed here, because I feel grounded when I come out here.
So what do you have, a boy or girl?
I got a boy. He's 16 now.
Okay.
And then I got a 8-year-old son as well.
Nice. All right. So now, do you have your boys in the studio with you?
Oh yeah. Since they was little, they know dad make beats. Like, you know, they tell their friends, you know, my dad makes beats. So my oldest, he really don't have an interest in it. He's more of like a video guy. But my youngest son, he was like recording himself on GarageBand at 6 years old, putting auto tune, and I don't even know how to do that. So he's been touched with the music bug, and he produces his own beats now. He does like some fake rapping, but I'm just intrigued at he's 8 now, and he's just like a wizard with using it on his phone. He making beats on his phone.
How would you compare being a producer in Vegas versus being a producer in Virginia?
Vegas, you get more West Coast influence. You getting a lot of more funk. Like on the West Coast, they like a lot of slides with the bass line. Mm-hmm. And then, coming to Virginia, it's like a mix of South and North. So you get a lot of 808s and, you know what I mean? And it's like East Coast, West Coast. Some songs don't come to the East Coast. Some songs don't come to the West Coast because it's just, a style of music. So it's just a different style of music, but I make my music for everybody. So I got an influence of the world. I travel, I've been to different countries. So my music's not for a particular coast or, a particular side of the world. It's for everybody to enjoy.
All right. So besides hip hop, what is your next favorite genre of music?
Well, this genre actually took over hip hop for me. Is R&B. We're bringing R&B back this year. So R&B is my next go-to. Actually, I only have R&B artists on my label at this moment. So that's all I've been kind of producing is R&B. But I still got those beats. Those hip hop beats, trap beats. I got rock beats. I got country beats. I do sync licensing as well. So I just try to be diverse. I don't try to be a one-trick pony. I try to have, like whatever arena or Ed Sheeran walks in the room, I'll be able to play him some as well.
All right, so you got your hands in R&B. Can I make a request?
Of course.
Can we go back to when they used to talk in the record?
Man, I love that.
When they be singing, you get the breakdown, and then they get to talk in the record. Can we talk?
We gotta bring that back. I'm gonna put that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. Let's talk in the record like they used to.
Because that was the breakdown when they were so fed up. They had to just stop singing and just talk about it.
Yeah, because if you dance with a girl, you can just say what he say. Right. All in their ear. You know what I mean? I didn't even have no game. You know what I mean? I just say, yeah, girl. When I'm hugging you, the boys and men do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you just use those lines. So yeah, we bringing that back,
baby. You know that I was wrong.
I love you, baby.
I was tripping, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's how we really be feeling too. So you right, bro. You right.
Yeah, we need to bring that back, man. I miss R&B because, like I say now, it's sex and money.
Man, that's it.
And nobody sings about love anymore.
I think that, and you can see the divorces on high, higher than they ever been. People are so quick to leave people and go find somebody else because of the music. Like, you got, like, if you have a song that you and your spouse met on and y'all play that, like, that song gonna keep y'all together on because it's on, love and happiness. And, like, even the song titles tell you, like, how to do it. You know what I mean? But now it's like you said, it's about lust. It ain't about love no more.
Yeah, it's sex and money.
Mm-hmm.
Which ain't nothing wrong with neither one of them.
Hello. I love both of them.
But you can't have too much of one thing.
Hello. I agree with that, my guy.
See, that's a song for I ain't even gonna charge you for that one. You can't have too much of one thing.
And then I'm gonna let you talk on it since you came over. I'm gonna let you talk. You be the breakdown.
I'm like, hey, baby, you gotta take some of that out your card.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So we were talking earlier, and we found that we have common connections in the DJ community. So what was it like hooking up with the local DJs once you got back home to Virginia?
Man, these guys show so much love and so much support. We got to give them their flowers. We got to, make sure we recognize these people who spin these records, who's standing in the gap for the independent artists, like DJ Jack Spade, like DJ Hip. These guys have, been here for years, been consistent, been supporting the artists. So, man, I want to make sure I give them guys their flowers because they supported me, They played my records on the radio that I've produced. So, I got much love and respect for both of them guys. And, I'm going to continue giving them guys their flowers. But we're actually going to be having an event tonight, 7 p.m. I know this ain't airing tonight, but tonight at 7 p.m. in Chesapeake, a new artist spotlight that Jack does, and now that I'm a part of it as well. So yeah, man, we're just trying to build a music community and bring that sound back to VA like we used to have it out here.
Yep. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to him.
My guys.
We go way, way back. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's talk about this artist spotlight now. Is this something that you guys plan on doing as an ongoing thing?
Yes, sir. I want to shout out Miss Coco the Plug and Bridging the Gap, nonprofit organization who I have partnered with to stop youth violence. And so one of our ways we plan on doing that is providing a space for youth to come, learn about the music industry, because we know that's a driving force is music for the youth. We know a lot of them have aspirations of being, artists. So if you can keep them off the street and keep them focused on something else, give them goals, give them actual a blueprint of how they can become an artist, then we'll see a lot of these youth stop shooting each other, stop doing all this crazy violence. And so we'll be doing this twice a month on Mondays. Right now we're at Zeno's in Chesapeake, 7 p.m.
Down by D Creek?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Bro, I grew up in Camelot, man.
Oh, yeah. Right across the way. So, okay. Yep. So we're doing that twice a month. So yeah, make sure you follow Bridging the Gap Youth Program. It is, like I said, a nonprofit organization. And we got some more things to come. We got a festival we're working on for next year. We plan on bringing some big artists to come down and speak to the youth. We got some things down the pipeline. So I'm very excited to be partnering with them. We're doing this Monday night spotlight, at Zeno's, like I said, twice a month. So make sure you follow us and tap in. We'll have flyers and all that letting you know.
Awesome. All right. So this is how I normally end my episodes.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a young Rothstein Beatz
mm-hmm.
and he came to you and he asked you for life advice, what would you tell him?
I always say God first. Like, you have to have a spiritual connection. I don't know, whether you believe in God or not. You have to have something that keeps you grounded, keeps you connected with the earth. And so I just say, find some type of spirituality that connects with you is first and foremost, because once you really realize that music is a spiritual thing, then you can tap into different parts of yourself that you have no idea about. So I say get spiritual first. Number 2, educate yourself. That's the number 2 thing I say. Learn about music. Don't just think because you like music that you can do it. Actually take the time to either learn the piano, learn some type of instrument, learn about scales, learn about tempo. Just, go to YouTube University or Google University and just delve in and take notes. And then the last thing I'll say is network and connect with people who have done it. And so if a young Rothstein Beatz came up to me, he already went in with that because he obviously want to get somewhere. So I would say keep doing that, keep going up to people who have done it before. I have mentors who, been in the game 40 plus years, and I still reach out to them for stuff and ask questions because I know I don't know everything. So at least I can have a resource of somebody who has, experience in the field that I'm trying to pursue. So God first, educate yourself and network and get out and meet people and get your name out there.
All right. So now how can people get in touch with you? How can they find out about your shows, your music, all of the socials and websites?
Yes, sir. Well, Rothstein Beatz is everything. So you can just Google Rothstein Beatz, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram. It's all the same. That's another important thing, artists. Make sure all your platforms match because, people don't want to have to search hard for you. They should be able to find you in one spot. So you just look up Rothstein Beatz, Google me. That's probably the easiest. But if not, Instagram and Clubhouse is where I'm active all day, every day.
Awesome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the 757 Renaissance Man podcast. You can reach us at 757renaissanceman.com. You can download all the things. You can get the video. You can get the audio. You can leave us a message or leave us a voicemail. So get in contact with us. Let us know what you like. Sir, I want to really thank you for taking your time out of your day today. I know that you're busy, but this really means a lot for me.
Hey man, thank you. I look forward to connecting with you outside of this conversation. We got some work to do. Yeah. So yeah, man, I thank you for having me, and I look forward to chopping it up in the future, my guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the 757 Renaissance Man podcast. I'm Sean. This is Rothstein Beatz, and we out.
We out.